Fast food is something we've all had and we've all eaten and we all love. And in honesty, it's a pretty good source of food. That's that's the whole point of it. And today I'm gonna be rating the fast food restaurants I've eaten at and have actually enjoyed or despised. This is a preset one, so I may not have eaten at all the places here, but I'll do the best I can. To be completely honest, Arby's is just a straight D tier. If you like Arby's, I'm sorry. I really don't know what's wrong with you. Burger King is kind of a D tier, kind of a C tier. I'll leave it at a C tier. It's just not good. It's just really not good. I've had mayonnaise from there before. That was warm and it was quite disgusting. Little Caesars, I would say it's an A tier. I think people just complain about it too much. They're just saying, oh, it's too cheap. And yes, that's literally the point. But for how cheap it is really good. I'd say Carl's Jr. is probably one of the best places to get burgers, though they are a bit overpriced, which probably brings them down. Their burgers are extraordinarily good. If you don't know what Carl's Jr. is, then it's also called Hardee's, but here it's Carl's Jr. I'd say Chick-fil-A is a B tier. I understand it is quite good. It is not amazing, but it is pretty good. I will give that. But it's just really plain. Like, you just get a piece of chicken wrapped in bread. Like, that's it. It does taste good, don't get me wrong, but, like, that's just it. It's kind of sad. Chipotle is just not really good. If you're white and you're 14 years old and you have Starbucks every day, then maybe you'll like it. But for the most part, it's just not good. Domino's Pizza. If we are ranking it on a straight pizza base, it is definite S tier. Domino's Pizza is the best fast pizza parlor out there for sure, out of everyone. Their side dishes and extra pastas and chickens and that, it's okay. It's not amazing. But their cookie pizza is pretty damn good. DQ is an interesting place. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I wouldn't say it's bad. I'd probably just give it a good B tier. Their ice cream is very good, but in my opinion, I think it is also just a bit overpriced. Five Guys I've never had before. It's going in D tier. From what I've heard and how I've seen how it looks, it just does not look appealing at all. So that's what brings it down. Living where I live, In-N-Out is amazing. It's it's just too good. In-N-Out's just really good in my opinion. I've never had a bad In-N-Out burger, even though there's only like 3 different kinds you could get. And I think that's a really good thing about them. It's like what Chick-fil-A tries to do, but better. Like this simplicity kind of idea, but also at the same time they're not racist, so that's a good plus. And Jack in the Box, people hate it, people love it. And I'm one of the people that love it. I wouldn't say it's an S tier, I'd say it's a pretty high A tier. Because they just have everything under the sun. It is pretty damn good. Especially when they have some of their specials and deals, it's very good. They try to go a bit too creative and they end up with some okay things. But the basic menu items that aren't special are superb. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna do these two together. They won't be in the same tier, but I'll do that at the same time. So, Popeyes and KFC, your fried chicken places. I would honestly, I do prefer Popeyes over KFC. Popeyes still isn't amazing, but KFC isn't either. Actually, no, I'm flipping these. The KFC bowls, the $5 fill-ups, those things are amazing. I could have so many of those and never be tired of them. McDonald's is, I'd say, low B tier. It's not on the Burger King plane. Burger King is a whole different level. I'm probably gonna bring that down to D tier. But McDonald's it's okay. It's McDonald's. It's cheap. It's fast. It's kind of like a staple for fast food, and it's obviously not because it is quite popular across the globe. Panda Express is like Carl's Jr. It is very good, but very expensive, and that cannot change my mind. They are quite good, and they have very good selection of assortments of your sides and or your like main entrees and that. But for the most part, just a bit overpriced. I've only had Papa John's like once or twice ever in my life, and it was okay. It wasn't amazing. I'll probably give it a C tier. It's okay. Pizza Hut, it's an okay pizza parlor. I'd definitely say it's higher than Papa John's. I'll put it at a B tier, and I'll probably move DQ up, move it around a bit. Yeah, that seems about right. So this may be a bit biased, but I do not like Sonic's because I've only really gone there for their like food rather than like ice creams and stuff. So that's why I may consider it biased, but their food is just dog shit. I would get French toast sticks and I'd get like two of them and they're like a whole 1 inch wide and it's not good. It tastes okay, but it's just so expensive too. So I'm gonna put it at a low C tier. It's it's I'd have it any day over Burger King and Arby's, but Sonic is just it's I guess. Not gonna lie, I fucking love Subway. Subway's a definite S tier. There's a certain sandwich I get, and it is one of the best sandwiches ever. Oh, it's so good. I haven't had it in such a long time, and I'm looking forward the day that I'll get it once again. You may get the shits, but Taco Bell is it. I'd say Taco Bell is a solid A tier. I wouldn't say above any of these, but I'd say it's a really good go-to. I'm not gonna judge it on like how good is our Mexican food in comparison to real Mexican food from Mexico. But for what they do and for what their prices are, I'd say it is very good value for very good food. Kind of like Little Caesars. Wendy's nuts hit your face. I would say Wendy's is a mid B tier. They aren't amazing. They aren't good. They aren't bad though. It's kind of this weird stalemate of like they want to do good, but at the same time there's just urges saying no, we can't do good. And I think there's just too much like they try too hard, but they don't live up to what they try to be. In complete honesty, I haven't had White Castle that much. I've only had it maybe once or twice, but for the most part, it was pretty good. My dad has been there quite a few times and he's enjoyed it quite a few times, but I've also known people who fucking hate it. So for that, I'm just gonna put it at like a C tier. I wish I could give it a better rating, but for the most part, I'd say it's okay for what it is, and that is a tier list. If you disagree, I really don't give a shit. If you agree, good for you. I still don't give a shit. And that is it. Have a good day, and please subscribe. Maybe leave a comment and a like. Thank you.